This week in Ken's Tech Lab, we're going to be looking at the KingRoon KP3S 3D printer. Let's see how well a cheap printer stands up to the rest. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, and I hope everybody enjoyed the little video that I threw in the front to show you the unboxing side of this. And that video is right from KingRoon themselves, how to set up this printer. So I took it all out of the box already, and we're going to set this up the Ken's Tech Lab way of how does this really set up and what does it really take to set this up. So you have a power supply that is just a normal big power supply, not a brick, and that's going to power this. It does have a fan in it. We have the printer with rails. We have the extruder in the hot end and the X-axis sitting over here. So let's put this together. I took all the tools out of the box already. We have our cutters over here, our bag of tools, our power cord. We have green filament, test filament that comes with it. We have extra thermistor wire that comes with it. A USB, not really an extension wire, it looks like something you would hook to a printer. Not a 3D printer, but a regular printer. So we'll see what the use is for that. I've opened up these two rails that are going to be used for your filament spool. So it's got the wheels on them. And we have the Z-axis rod. Alright, so if everybody remembers that video, it shows that it's really simple to put this together. So let's see how simple it really is. Here we go. So it says that we need to put this in the hole right here. Okay. And to turn this over on one direction, but now this, since the rod isn't in there, it wants to actually fall down. So we're going to put this over on its front here. Let's get the screws out of the bag. These screws also come with lock washers. So we'll make sure that you have the lock washers put on there. I believe the video went right to showing you that it was all together. And, okay, we got one started. We want to get them started by hand like normal to make sure that we're not going to cross thread this and cause an issue. Okay, let's get out the tools. I would think that this would be the biggest. Let's just dump these tools out. Probably the biggest one here, I would think. That's not the biggest one. Where's the biggest one? You're the biggest one. Yep, that's it. Okay. I see a problem already. And this was me causing this issue, not the printer. It looks like I threw 2 lock washers on this instead of just one. You know, some people say, you know, double the washer, double the fun. That's not how it works. But you won't tell anybody, I won't tell anybody, and no one needs to know that we put 2 washers on this. Okay. We want to make sure that this is level as possible, putting this down. So I actually took the slack, how it was pressing against the x-axis or z-axis on the top, and make sure that this is going to go in. Okay. Now to make sure that it's tight, we're actually going to do this, and there we go. Let's do the other one. Little there we go. All done. Okay, we can pick this up now, and nothing should fall off, except for it's going to fall down. And if it falls down, the hot end is going to hit right on the heat bed. And that's not good. So I'm going to put it where there. It's going to sit right on the edge right here, so it's not really laying on there. Let's open up the Z-axis rod. There we go, Z-axis rod. And we also need one other thing. Where is it? There it is. It's hiding underneath the green filament. What do they call this? You got the instruction book. They call this the coupling. It is the coupling. And it's on page 5. T-screw rod, and insert the coupling lock with a coupling T-screw. So we'll do that. And the screws are right on the coupler. It looks like it does not matter, or does it matter which way it goes? Yes, it does. So we have a small end, and on the other side is for the rod. So let's lift this up. Let's put this down. And it slides all the way down, and you don't want it to slide all the way down because we just want that first screw Now we're supposed to take the Z rod. This one I don't think there's a problem of which way it goes in. And maybe not. No, it said that it needed to go all the way through. So I'm going to hold it here on the bottom. It's not playing. There it goes. Screw it all the way down. Until it goes in there like that. Now we're going to take our same, and this thing wants to turn on you. Don't let it. We want to turn and tighten this. Now that I've touched the rod, my hand has grease on it, or oil. Okay. We want that down, and then make sure that your one holding the motor side is tight. Okay. That should be good. Alright. Put this back in. We now have that like that. That all looks good. We can put filament on it when we're ready. We have an extra screw to hold that Z side in. Don't forget the extra lock washer that I put in there. Okay. What's next? Power supply. Now this showed the power supply right next to it. Like that, or like that. There are air vents on this side, so I probably would just put this somewhere away from the printer altogether and plug it in. Or, since all these wires are going to move, go ahead and put underneath those wires and then plug it in. Alright. Well, let's see what happens when you plug it in. Let me get a power cable. Here at Ken's Tech Lab, we leave lots of them laying down on the floor. Okay. And on. Alright, I came up with a picture and straight to utilities. So, I guess a good thing to see is, can we home this? Looks like X, Y, Z, all, home. Alright, she's homed. Now, it looks like it does not automatically go back to the top after that, so we might have to do this by hand. Let's go back to, move should do it. Z, up. Can you hold your finger? Nope. It's going to be one tap at a time. Now another thing that you have, and I see here, is the Z-rod is moving a little bit at like a back and forth, just a hair, but it's not completely straight. It could also be one of the other components within the Z-rod itself. Let's bring this up. All right, let's see what we have to do for filament. I think everybody wants to see this thing print something. So let's start printing. So this came with a USB SD to USB. So you can plug this into a computer, put your data on the SD card. One nice thing about this is most of the SD or USB drives that you get from most printers, including any resins, are so bad that within a week they blow up. At least an SD card should give you a lot more time. I congrat KingRoon to do that. So let's pull this out, and right on the side of the printer, right here, is an SD card slot. So let's take this and push it, and it fits right in. And I wonder if they have anything on here. Let me get some filament. So let's try ear one. Let's try this. Silver. This is Ultra Silk. Might as well give it a test with a little bit of, see if it can do silk. We'll make it easy. And I believe before we do a print, I need to level this thing. What I saw, let me get that over here. Go. Okay, let's get out right around here. And I forget about this because all the printers that I've had lately have auto leveling, and this one does not. So for $99 you're not going to get auto leveling. You're going to get a printer that is built well, but it's not going to have a lot of the features that you're accustomed to if you do a Bamboo or any of the other newer, more expensive printers. Alright, what I did was I got a leveling sheet that was used for one of my resins, because I don't keep paper in the lab. And let's see where we stand here, and let's level this. So see if I can do this without getting in the way of the video. Let's go back. Where is leveling? Settings, printing. What's under settings? Open, fan, language, motor off, and continue. Leveling. Alright, leveling has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of level, and this is going to be the old style leveling. Let's start it. Point 1. Okay. We are loose. So let's take There we go. Okay, it's loosen it a little bit. We're still dragging. There we go. That's part 1. Let's go to point 2. Okay, here's port 2. Loose. Dragging. Good. Okay, let's go to 3. Loose. Dragging. Good. 4. Follow this over, make sure it doesn't hit the bed. Okay, how are we here? We're loose. This one is hard to get to. So this wheel is behind the motor and everything else. Sure. Okay. Doesn't seem to be tightening. Okay, so the reason why this one isn't tightening is because it's off. It's not on the bed. It's actually off the bed where it put to the number, this number. So you're not going to get a good reading like that. Let's go back. Let's go to home. Home all. Okay, let's go back to leveling. Let's go to 0.4. Now it's on the bed. Okay, let's go to 5. Okay, it looks like it's going to be in the middle. And that looks about okay. Okay, let's go back to 1. That's still good. Let's go to position 2. That's a little loose. Position 3. Perfect. And position 4. And again, it is off, completely off, where the nozzle is actually off the bed. So, home, all, back, level 4. Okay, now it's back on the bed, okay, and it's perfect. Let's go back to 5. A little tighter in the middle, but it looks like I can't fix that. I'm going to have to call KingRoon and ask them about these 2 little problems that I see, and see if there's actually a fix for them. In the meantime, let's see if we can get a printout of this. So, back, printing, let's see what's on this card. We have system, software, which this is a Cura clone, or a Cura made for them. STL, there's no files in there. Food clip, a garden-ext, don't know what that is. Drivers, and that's it. It also does not give me any times, like how long that each one of these prints will take. That information is not on there. Let's see if there's any more. No, instructions are on here. They did copy them to the card. So I'm going to do the first one, the food clip, and let's see how well that does. And I've pressed it, and it says print this model, food clip, fast, confirm or cancel. There's still no time of how long that it should take to print this model. So I'm going to say, well, actually I haven't loaded the filament yet, have I? Let's do that. Okay, so let's load the filament. So let's preheat. Let's do 10C. No, 5, 10. Okay. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 214. We can preheat that. We can also preheat the bed to 60. Okay. You can see how long this takes to get up to 10. The hot end is actually going very fast, and it should, for as big as that power supply is that's running this. If they could take that power supply down to a brick like the Prusa Mini, I think that would save them a few bucks and make it easier for the end user. Alright, we're up to 214. Let's see how you load this. Okay. Open it up and press it in. Okay. Do that right now. There is nothing here to guide the filament. There is no run out sensor. as I can see, unless it's built into the extruder like the Prusa's are. So let's push it in. Push it down. Another thing is, let's go back a little bit and let's move this Z-axis up. All right. And move. Let's extrude a little bit. So the in will do one time. You can set it for 5mm, 10, and it will extrude that much. So let's do in. Welcome back, everybody. And so we got a few prints out of the printer. As you can see, this little guardian here, it looks like a gnome. And we have 2 bag clips that I printed off this printer. So after leaving the printer sit overnight off, it looks like that the filament has completely did the heat creep up the nozzle and kept on going, and it's hard inside where the actual fins are to cool down the filament. So I cannot get that unclogged. I'm going to have to contact KingRoon and see what they say about that. So I'm just going to close this this video out here. We did get a couple prints out of it. As far as the prints concerned, the layer heights and everything else look beautiful on this. The self-leveling is self-explanatory. The external power supply that's not connected to the printer at all, that's different, but there is a pro version of this. I believe it's a little bit different. As far as it being a $99 printer, it still prints. You can still get your jobs out, but I'm going to call this for more of an enthusiast that can make changes, and if anything goes wrong, they can get into the printer. So that's our thoughts here at Ken's Tech Lab. I hope everybody stays awesome, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. The subscriptions really help. We need to get up to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting close. We're getting up to almost 700. So I thank everybody out there that watches the channel, and like always with Ken's Tech Lab, stay awesome.